Commissioner Gordon, Bane has escaped.
Discipline is not a gift. It is a craft, a weapon that must be forged in the fires of restraint. Every desire, every impulse that tempts you away from your path is fuel for that fire, a test of your will. The weak fall to their own cravings, slaves to their desires, consumed by their need for comfort. But discipline is for the strong, the unyielding, those who can look temptation in the eye and remain unmoved. Each denial, each refusal is another link in the chain of control that binds your soul, a mark of mastery over yourself. To master discipline is to conquer the chaos within, to silence the voices of doubt, fear, and laziness. It is a relentless focus, a drive that pushes forward without faltering, without questioning. When the world tries to shake you, to distract you, it is discipline that keeps you grounded, unbreakable, a fortress that nothing can breach. The undisciplined drift, caught in the current of their own whims. But those who wield discipline are as immovable as stone, as relentless as time. The art of discipline is not in the denial of pleasure, it is in the control over it. To experience desire without succumbing, to feel the pull of weakness, and remain resolute. This is the strength of the disciplined. The world is filled with those who indulge in every craving, who surrender to every whim, but those who master discipline stand apart, untouched by the petty desires that rule lesser minds. They choose their path not by impulse but by intention, guided by a force that neither wavers nor yields. Discipline is the architect of resilience, the builder of a mind that does not fracture under pressure. It is a shield against the distractions, the temptations, the easy paths that lead nowhere. To be disciplined is to understand that the world offers no shortcuts, that every step forward must be earned with blood, sweat, and sacrifice. The path to mastery is paved in discipline, in the refusal to stray from your purpose, in the quiet, relentless pursuit of a goal that lesser beings would abandon. To master discipline is to master time itself, to command each moment with purpose, to let nothing slip through your fingers. Every second wasted, every indulgence granted is a step away from power, a victory for weakness. But those who are disciplined seize each moment as their own, bending time to their will, forging it into a weapon that propels them forward. Time is no enemy to the disciplined. It is an ally, a tool wielded with precision, every hour accounted for, every day a step closer to the edge of greatness. Discipline is a fire that burns within, a hunger that never fades, a thirst for control that cannot be quenched. It drives you forward, relentless, unsatisfied with mediocrity, unswayed by distractions. It is the force that wakes you before the sun rises, that keeps you going long after others have surrendered. Discipline is the constant, the heartbeat of a mind that knows no limits, a spirit that refuses to be conquered by comfort, by ease, by anything that stands in its way. The world offers countless paths, countless distractions, but discipline chooses only one. It is the unwavering focus on a single goal, a singular purpose that defines every choice, every action. To master discipline is to see the world through narrowed eyes, to ignore the noise, the whispers of weakness, and press forward with brutal, unyielding force. The undisciplined are like leaves in the wind, scattered by every breeze, but the disciplined are like iron, forged in the fires of purpose, unbending, unstoppable. Discipline is not for the faint of heart. It is a force that demands sacrifice, It requires you to shed everything that is unnecessary, everything that weakens you. It leaves no room for softness, for excuses. It is the constant, unrelenting force that pushes you beyond the limits others accept, that forces you to evolve, to become something stronger. Discipline is the art of saying no to weakness, of carving away everything that does not serve until only strength remains. Master the art of discipline, for it is the foundation of all power, the heart of all greatness. Without it, even the strongest will falter, the brightest flame will fade. Discipline is not merely a tool, it is a way of life, a path that leads only forward, a force that cannot be defeated. To master discipline is to master yourself, to become a force that no darkness can break, no enemy can conquer, and no fear can deter. Discipline is the edge that carves greatness from raw potential, the force that tempers strength into something unstoppable. Those who lack it are like children wielding fire, dangerous, reckless, bound to be consumed by the very force they seek to control. Discipline sharpens the mind, hardens the will, builds walls of iron around the spirit. Without it, you are nothing but dust, scattered by the first gust of resistance. The dark psychology of discipline is not a path for the weak. Discipline's power is fierce, a brutal force that demands unwavering commitment. It consumes those who approach it lightly, grinding down those who seek its strength, but lack the will to endure its cost. Discipline is not about pleasure or ease, it's about control, about wielding power over every part of yourself. There is a darkness in this, a quiet ruthlessness, a willingness to sacrifice comfort, to strip away everything that does not serve the goal. To master discipline, you must be willing to sacrifice the parts of yourself that cling to weakness. Discipline is a relentless beast, indifferent to your feelings, uncaring of your limits. It demands everything and gives nothing in return but the promise of what you might become. Those who walk this path must be ready to face themselves without mercy, without excuses. Each day is a test, each choice a declaration of your commitment. The dark psychology of discipline reveals who you are beneath the layers of comfort, stripping away every illusion until only the iron of your will remains. It is a force that shapes, that molds, that burns away what cannot endure. The consequence of failing to embrace discipline is a slow descent into mediocrity. Without discipline, every goal becomes a distant dream, every ambition a fading memory. To lack discipline is to drift, to become a slave to every passing impulse, every fleeting desire. It is a life without structure, without control, a downward spiral into chaos. Those who lack discipline are doomed to wander, pulled in 1,000 directions by whims and distractions, forever prisoners of their own weakness. They are shadows, whispers of potential that never manifest into reality. Indulgence is the silent enemy of discipline. Every moment of surrender, every small comfort is a victory for weakness, a slow poison that kills ambition. The world whispers that comfort is the path to happiness, but those who seek discipline know that comfort is the poison that weakens resolve. Discipline thrives in discomfort, in the willingness to deny yourself, to forge strength from every moment of resistance. Indulgence leads to weakness. Discipline is the art of transcending it. Those who cannot resist temptation are ruled by it, forever bound by their own lack of control. Discipline demands sacrifice, an unwavering focus on the end goal, no matter the cost. Those who lack discipline sacrifice nothing and gain nothing. They chase fleeting pleasures, surrendering to the pull of every whim, every distraction. Discipline is the path to greatness, but it is a path paved in restraint, in denying what feels good in favor of what builds strength. Those who fear sacrifice are lost to mediocrity, their potential buried beneath layers of weakness and indulgence. Discipline is a choice, a commitment that separates the strong from the weak. Discipline is the ultimate form of control, a mastery over self that few can achieve. It is the power to hold steady in a world that demands surrender, to stand firm when everything within urges you to give in. To lack discipline is to be a puppet, a vessel moved by forces outside of yourself. Without discipline, you're at the mercy of every temptation, every distraction, a hollow vessel drifting aimlessly. Discipline is the anchor, the force that keeps you grounded, that gives purpose to each action, each thought. Without it, you're nothing but chaos, a shadow without form. The dark psychology of discipline reveals the hidden cost of freedom. True freedom is not the absence of restraint. It is the power to choose your path without distraction, without weakness. Those who lack discipline are slaves to their desires, bound by the chains of every fleeting impulse. To master discipline is to master yourself, to command the chaos within and shape it into something that cannot be broken. Without discipline, there is no freedom, only a cage built from your own lack of control. Every failure of discipline is a nail in the coffin of potential. Each moment of weakness is another piece of power lost, another step away from greatness. Discipline is the difference between those who achieve and those who simply wish. Those who cannot endure the demands of discipline are condemned to a life of mediocrity, their dreams forever out of reach. To lack discipline is to betray your potential, to let go of the path that could lead to greatness. Discipline is the only path worth walking, the path that forges you into something more. Discipline is a weapon, but it cuts both ways. Those who wield it with strength become unstoppable, but those who lack it are consumed by their own weakness. Without discipline, every step is a misstep, every choice a compromise that weakens the soul. The dark psychology of discipline shows that power is nothing without control, that strength is nothing without direction. He who every morning plans the transactions of that day and follows that plan carries a thread through the chaos. Discipline is that thread, a lifeline that keeps you from falling into the labyrinth of distractions, the endless noise that devours the undisciplined. Each day begins as a test, a battlefield where every decision marks your loyalty to purpose or surrender to impulse. Those who plan with precision, who craft their path in silence before the world wakes, are the ones who walk through the chaos untouched, led by the steady hand of intention. The universe itself operates under a rhythm of discipline, an order so flawless it commands both respect and fear. The stars, the tides, the seasons, they move with purpose, with elegance, each fulfilling its role without hesitation. The universe does not waver, does not falter in its path. Its discipline is unwavering, a silent testament to the power of control. To live without discipline is to deny the very essence of creation, to rebel against the law that governs everything around you. If the cosmos holds to its course, who are you to stray? Those who live without discipline drift, unmoored, lost in the labyrinth of life. Each unplanned day is another thread left untied, another descent into a life governed by whims. Discipline is the map, the compass that directs you through the confusion, the pull of countless desires that try to break your focus. The undisciplined lose themselves, consumed by the trivial, enslaved to the endless cycle of wasted hours. But the disciplined walk a different path, one marked by clarity, by a relentless commitment to purpose. A disciplined life is not merely one of order. It is a life bound to purpose, to a goal that transcends fleeting pleasure. Each plan, each step is a declaration, a refusal to be swayed by the distractions that pull lesser minds away from their course. To plan each day is to take control, to bend the day to your will rather than be bent by it. It is to stand in defiance of chaos, to carve order out of every hour. The disciplined do not merely exist. They command each moment, each breath. The discipline of the universe is a reminder, a standard that none can ignore. Planets do not deviate from their orbits, rivers do not reverse their course, and stars do not burn without purpose. The universe does not tolerate inconsistency, nor does it falter in its path. It is the model of discipline, an entity that creates through controlled, relentless power. To live undisciplined, to wander without purpose, is to defy this order, to live as though you are above the very forces that shaped you. Discipline is the armor that shields you from the noise, the distractions that plague those without a purpose. Each day planned, each hour accounted for, builds a wall around your mind, a fortress that the trivial cannot penetrate. Those who lack discipline are vulnerable, open to every temptation, every pointless pursuit that leads nowhere. But those who live with purpose, with discipline, are untouchable, shielded from the pull of the meaningless. They are guided by a force as steady as the stars, as unbreakable as the laws of nature. To abandon discipline is to betray your own potential, to waste the gifts that life has granted. Each unplanned day is an opportunity lost, a betrayal of the power that lies within you. Those who live without purpose are like leaves in the wind, scattered, forgotten, forever adrift. But those who plan, who discipline their lives with intent, become forces of nature, their purpose as clear and inevitable as the sunrise. Discipline is the path to greatness, the only way to forge a life that matters. Each morning is a chance to set the course, to lay the foundation for a day of purpose. The undisciplined drift, hoping that somehow they will stumble upon meaning, upon success. But the disciplined take no chances. They create, they build, they shape each day to serve their purpose. There is no room for weakness, no tolerance for distraction. To master the day is to master the self, to become something that cannot be swayed by the trivial, the temporary. The universe is elegant in its discipline, a calm force that creates without chaos. It is a model, a standard that those who seek power must emulate. To live without discipline is to live in defiance of the very forces that created you, to act as though your life has no weight, no purpose. But the disciplined live with reverence, with understanding, honoring the path that nature itself has set. They are the ones who walk in harmony with the universe, their steps steady, their purpose clear. The universal law of karma is absolute, a force as merciless as it is inevitable. It is the law of action and reaction, cause and effect, a cycle that binds each of us in the consequences of our own decisions. There is no escaping it, no bargaining with it. Every thought, every action sows a seed that one day must bear fruit, whether bitter or sweet. Karma does not judge, it only returns what you have sent out. Those who understand this law understand power, the power to shape their fate through intention, through relentless discipline. In the universe there is no accident, no chance without cause. Every moment is a result, an echo of what has come before, a reflection of the choices made in days gone by. To believe otherwise is to surrender your power, to drift through life, blaming fate while ignoring the seeds you have planted. Karma is the mirror, the reminder that your destiny is crafted by your own hands. To ignore this law is to invite ruin, but to wield it with intention is to become master of your own destiny. Karma is a force that rewards discipline and punishes chaos. The undisciplined reap only turmoil, confusion, and regret, for they scatter their actions without aim, without purpose. But those who walk the path of discipline, who understand the weight of each decision, are the ones who shape karma to their will. They know that every choice is a thread woven into the fabric of their future. To live undisciplined is to surrender control, but to act with purpose is to write the script of your own existence. Every thought is a seed, every action a root, and every result the harvest of what you have sown. The law of karma cares not for excuses, for explanations. It simply delivers the harvest, cold and impartial, without care for those who suffer beneath its weight. The undisciplined sow recklessly, planting seeds of pain and confusion that they will one day reap. But those who wield discipline choose their seeds carefully, planting only what will strengthen, what will elevate. They reap success, power, purpose, for they know that each action has a consequence. To live by karma is to understand that there are no small actions. Every step, every word is a stone dropped into the still pond of destiny, sending ripples that reach far beyond the present moment. The undisciplined think themselves free, unbound by consequence, but they are blind to the storm they are creating. Each moment spent without intention, each action taken without thought sows seeds that will one day take root. Those who master discipline, however, walk with precision, with purpose, planting only what they wish to harvest. Karma rewards patience, the willingness to wait, to allow actions to bear fruit in their own time. The impatient, those who seek immediate gratification, fail to understand this law and suffer because of it. They grasp for rewards without realizing that their hurried actions are seeds of regret, of suffering. But those who live with discipline, who understand the power of restraint, reap the bounty of patience. Karma favors those who respect its rhythm, who sow with care and wait for the harvest with unyielding resolve. In karma, there is a relentless justice, a law that bends for no one. To act is to choose, and to choose is to set a course that cannot be reversed. The undisciplined act without thought, unaware that every choice seals a part of their fate. But those who live with discipline know that their actions define them, that each moment is a chance to shape their path. They are arbiters of their own destiny, masters of a force that others fear. They sow with intention, knowing that the law of karma will reward their discipline. Karma is not simply fate. It is the outcome of every choice, every action brought to life. The undisciplined surrender to fate, blaming the world for the consequences of their own carelessness. But the disciplined understand that karma is a tool, a weapon to be wielded with precision. To master karma is to master oneself, to act with the full knowledge that every choice is a seed planted in the soil of destiny. This is the power of discipline, the ability to shape karma to one's will. In the end, karma is a reflection, a mirror held up to each of us, showing the life we have created. The undisciplined turn away, refusing to face the results of their actions, but they are powerless to stop it. The disciplined, however, look into the mirror without fear, for they have chosen each step, each action, with purpose. They know that karma is not to be feared, but respected, wielded as a force that shapes their future. To live with discipline is to command karma, to forge a destiny that serves you rather than enslaves you. Master the art of discipline, for it is only through discipline that you can harness karma, transforming each action into a step toward your chosen destiny. Those who rise first are morally superior. To stand before the dawn, to carve out the first moments of the day, is to claim power over the world while it still sleeps. Rising first is not a mere habit. It is a statement, a declaration of dominance over one's own time. The early hours belong to the disciplined, to those who are not swayed by weakness or comfort. In those quiet, untouched hours, you find clarity, purpose, and the edge that sets you apart from those still trapped in the chains of their beds. Rising first is a choice, a privilege, a path for those destined to lead. You are not alone in this. Your actions ripple beyond yourself. Every step you take toward discipline, every moment dedicated to growth, connects you to others in ways unseen. You are a node, a focal point through which power flows, affecting not just yourself but the lives intertwined with yours. Those who rise to their potential elevate those around them, bringing order to a world veiled in chaos. To fulfill your potential is not merely a personal victory, it is a moral obligation, a duty to those whose lives you touch. The disciplined do not live solely for themselves. They are the foundation upon which others find stability. To fulfill your potential is to shoulder the weight of responsibility. The undisciplined drift, guided by whim, unconcerned with the consequences of their weakness. But those who choose discipline, who rise each day with purpose, are bound by a different code. They understand that their actions echo, that every choice, every victory strengthens the web of connections around them.